No, not that one.
Family Wings
What
Up
do you?
team. Listen, let's understand the role of a compliance agent and the power of the wellness tax strategy. I want you to get a good understanding of your role. And I want to thank you, first of all, for being a part of this movement and being a part of the G2 Global Compliance team. But mostly, I want to also thank you for being a part of the movement that's reshaping the way American businesses look at healthcare and look at employee benefits and look at tax strategies, because that's what we do. As a G2 Global Compliance agent, your role is not just about selling a service. It's about educating. It's about empowering. It's about equipping business owners with the tools they need to protect their bottom line while taking care of their people. So let's break this down. What is a G2 Global Compliance agent? A G2 Global Compliance agent is a consultant, an educator who helps businesses remain IRS compliant while implementing powerful employee benefit strategies. So your job and your role is to help business owners and companies to remain IRS compliant while implementing powerful employee benefit strategies. You also help companies legally reduce payroll tax liabilities through a wellness-based self-insured benefit plan. So you're helping companies to legally reduce their payroll liability, their tax liability. You're helping them to cut costs through a wellness-based self-insured benefit plan. You position this program as a no-cost IRS compliant financial wellness and benefit upgrade. These companies already have wellness packages. You're upgrading them to a no-cost IRS compliant financial wellness and benefit upgrade. A lot of them have not implemented any of the tax codes and they're not benefiting from the tax credits. So you're implementing a new program for them to implement those tax strategies. You're not giving them new insurance. You're not trying to sell them new coverage or anything of that nature. But you position this program as a no-cost IRS compliant financial wellness and benefit upgrade. You bridge the gap between regulation and opportunity. Okay, so your superpower here is basically education. Okay, you educate, you don't have to sell anything. So what is the tax strategy? The tax strategy is built on 4 powerful sections of the IRS code. And this is what you are bringing to the attention of the business owners, is the wellness tax strategy. So you're going to implement IRS Section 125, which allows employees to pay for certain benefits with pre-tax dollars. This reduces taxable income for these companies, saving the company on FICA taxes and helping those employees saving their income taxes. It also implements IRS Section 105, which allows for self-insured medical reimbursement plans, where employers reimburse employees directly for medical expenses. It also implements IRS Section 106, which allows employee contributions to health plans to be excluded from the gross income. And lastly, IRS Section 213D, which defines qualified medical expenses that can be reimbursed under a health or wellness plan. So together, these codes form a compliant tax advantage structure where companies can offer meaningful supplemental benefits to employees and save thousands and even millions in some cases annually in their payroll taxes. So how do you explain it to new businesses with employees? Okay. Number one, you're going to speak clearly and confidently with them. You're going to start with a question. Are you currently offering your employees any benefits that actually reduce your taxes? You're going to ask questions such as, what if I can show you a legal IRS approved program that gives your employees more benefits at zero net cost to you? Then you're going to introduce the concept. We offer a wellness tax strategy that leverages IRS codes to help you reduce FICA tax liabilities and offer better benefits to your staff. And you're going to let them know that this isn't insurance. It's a compliant reimbursement plan that works alongside your current payroll system. And you need to explain the structure. We implement a self-funded medical reimbursement plan using IRS codes 125, 105, 106, and 213D. Employees voluntarily participate in a wellness benefit program through the pre-tax payroll deduction. It's their choice. That reduction in taxable income lowers the employer's FICA taxes, usually saving the company anywhere between $500 to $1,000 per employee per year. So you have to reinforce the benefit. For the business owner, the benefit is lower payroll tax burden, no out-of-pocket costs to implement this program, and they're compliant with the IRS guidelines.
Okay,
For employees, they gain access to wellness services, screenings, and medical reimbursements, things of that nature. And it reduces taxable income, increasing their take-home pay. Okay? So the strong close that you would have with them is that you get tax savings. Your team gets more value. And best of all, it's all 100% compliant. This is the smartest way to reward employees, protect your margins, and stay compliant. So this is a tax strategy that we're implementing and showing companies how to maximize and benefit from these tax strategies. And as a bonus and an added benefit, they have access to supplemental benefits as an added value. Okay? So these tax strategies are attached to a wellness program. You're not necessarily selling insurance. You're not going out to sell insurance or medical insurance. But what you're introducing is a tax strategy that's attached to their wellness program. So as a bonus, they get added voluntary benefits. They get supplemental insurance options. They get financial educations for their staff. They get custom employee wellness program. And what this does is, for the companies, it elevates the employer's benefit package that they currently have without increasing costs. So that helps these companies to recruit and retain top talent, because now, not only having health and dental and life, they've got accidental death as a supplemental package now. They've got accidental, they've got telemed, they've got concierge services, they have mental health, they have smoking cessation, all these added benefits, giving these companies a Fortune 500 level look. So now this helps these companies to either recruit more talent and look better to retain top talent. So compliant agents, you're not just selling tax credits, you're delivering solutions to these companies. You're helping businesses and business owners operate smarter. You're helping them to protect their teams, and you're helping them to stay within the lines of the law. So this is about leadership, okay? It's about trust. It's about being the go-to expert in your market. So study this strategy, master the language, and let's continue to grow, okay? So let's dominate this space, guys. I'm excited about you. I appreciate all of you all. Let's get to work. You got great leadership and Malik and all of the leadership that's involved. Let's get to work, guys. Hopefully this allowed you to understand the program just a little bit better. Okay, wings up. I'll see you guys at the time. Wings up, everyone. Wings up.
Wings up.
Hey, how was that video, guys? Did it help out a little bit with understanding a little bit better?
Yes.
Yes, I was speed writing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
They kind of break down, a little bit more about what we're doing as compliance agents. I understand that there's a little bit of confusion, I think, and what we're doing. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm just kind of clearing up some of the confusion for everyone. So does anyone have any questions about their role as compliance agents or the program itself? Any confusion? How many people, let me ask you, how many people on here on this call today, if you don't mind me asking, are confused or have questions about their role and this program and how it works? And be honest, because I want to make sure I'm relaying all the right information and you guys are getting what I'm putting down. Damon? Okay. Got Damon. Anybody else?
Yeah, okay. I unmuted myself. My concern is we got a pretty big team.
Mm-hmm.
We got quite a few sharks on here that are very thorough.
Okay.
And I know that when in the beginning we're going to be bringing a lot of people on the Zoom calls.
Yes.
So if we got a lot of people bringing in potential clients, how much backup do we have on the Zoom calls? Is just Eric Scannell himself, or is there a whole team that's working with him? Because we got a pretty big team. That was just something I was curious about.
No. There's backup. We've got backup. We have the a law firm that's helping us, as well as some of the back end administrators from the TPA that would Amaze Health. So we do have other people that's going to help with some of those calls that we need that need that assistance.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if he was going to be overwhelmed or anything like that. That was one of the concerns I was thinking.
No. We'll be fine. It's going to be more like a 2-call close and then implementation, so it'll be you talking to your client, getting them, warm and fuzzy, and getting them the information, submitting their payroll log and what's called a census. Okay, updating
Right.
the payroll log and the census and getting them back, their quote, and then implementation.
And do you have any idea what the process of the scheduling will be for the calls? How will it be handled, like the scheduling?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know that until you had someone for us to schedule. So
Okay, I see what you're saying.
yeah,
Gotcha.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
When you get a client, you get them on the schedule. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, did that help you
Thank
out?
you. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, Melinda.
Yes, my question is kind of on the same premises as his. Now, you'll be able to monitor our CRM, our backlogs or our logs to know how far in progress we are to
Absolutely
know when to get that ready. Okay,
Yes.
that's how you're going to monitor us.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. The CRM will let us know that.
Okay, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
Go ahead, Kaya.
oh yeah, I just wanted to ask the introduction on the YouTube video that you were showing to us in the beginning about the compliance agent. Is that going to be on YouTube or in our Discord?
Yes, it'll be in our Discord.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It'll be in our Discord.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You guys see my screen, okay? Hey, Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah, I just had a question, and it's
Sure.
also relating to some questions that have been asked before, which is with regards to how we're going to transfer well, not the call, but we're going to have some sort of dual diary basis.
Yes.
So presumably, I believe you said Eric is one. There's probably going to be more other people, and those are all closers, are they?
Correct. Yes, I will be helping as well. Myself. We've got another Eric. We've got another gentleman by the name of Drew. We have attorneys. We have people that are help, but we need to get, assistants in there to help. On
Okay.
top of,
And what's considered as closed by us? What's considered as we've done our part?
well, once you get the customer, and you get the documents and we quote them and we get them quoted out, okay, what in terms of what their numbers is going to be, then we're back on the line with them doing our part, which is to close them out.
Okay. Now, the only information you need from us as compliance agents right now until we start doing the Zoom meetings ourselves is to get you to that appointment.
Correct. Get us to that place.
And then also, do you need us to collect any information like how many users, that type of stuff to put in our
So
notes?
you're gonna get their payroll log, okay? So you'll get their payroll log and you'll get what's called the census report. Now, for some of the bigger companies, if it's a lot of people, if it's something that's small, maybe 10, 20 people or whatever, you can have them send it to you, upload it, you can do it yourself, or you can send them the link and send them the system and they can do it themselves. So they can upload it, the payroll log, and then they can upload the census report, and then we'll get the information and pull out their.
So that's something that we do, or is that something that the closer does?
So initially it's going to be us. The idea is to get you to that point where that's what you're doing. Yeah, initially it's going to be us. Right now, we just need you to get us to that second call, where you basically you're getting there, the docs, and we're getting them quoted out. We'll do that part for you. All you need to do is get us to that appointment.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Any other questions? So
yeah, Mo, this Rob.
hey, what's up, Rob?
So some of the other people that were mentioned, I mean, will we be able to, like have a call with those guys to kind of,
Yes.
get a feel for some of the things they're going to be saying, or
Absolutely. We're
or
scheduling
is that,
Yeah, that call is being scheduled. Actually, we're scheduling that call. Hopefully it's going to be today, but it's going to be for next week sometime. We're getting them on schedule. So they're going to be coming out talking to our team. So we have to have another meet with the compliance attorneys first, and then she's gonna come and talk to everybody, and Drew will come out, and everybody will come out and meet you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
One other question I had also,
Sure.
Once we begin the process from the initial time that we talk with our client, what's the time frame on getting something like that closed? Like, what is that time frame? Like, we should be working with that client for about how long?
Before you get paid, is that what you're asking on that? Or no? Are you looking for Okay.
Not necessarily that, but from the time,
the implementation is about 2 weeks. From the time we start, it's about 2 weeks for the implementation of the service rather. Then they'll start seeing their savings on the first payroll run. So so after that first payroll run that's when we get paid.
Okay. All right. Thank you again, Mo.
Okay, you're welcome. Malik, are you there? Malik here?
I'm here.
Okay. Was that video, was it okay for the team?
Yeah. Just want to make sure that we educated on the flow of the process. I think he covered that. Anthony had a great question. I think he covered that. I just kind of double down on Damien's question to add a little more clarity to it. for the team, and that is, um, are we going to have a calendar? Let's say, we have 15, 20 people scheduling appointments during the course of the day. Is there going to be a team calendar to schedule the support for the second call?
Yes. So you will have access to that within our CRM system. It's a calendar on that. So
Okay.
once we move to that part, it'll definitely be a team calendar.
And then are we going to have our own individual Zoom links or to send to the customers right away, or is it going to be on that calendar?
It'll be on the calendar. It's going to be
All
on the
right, thank you.
calendar. Be a schedule. Correct. Yep. And then I'll do a training on the actual process as well. We'll do a, from start to finish process training. So get an idea of that. Okay. So right now, what I wanted to do is to get you acclimated to a lot of the terms, which is what we went over yesterday. And I know that it could have been a little confusing because this is terminology and things that you're not used to having. I'm not used to having it, so you have to learn these terms. So once we are in front of the clients and we're doing our pitch, and we know exactly what we're saying, okay? So today, what I wanted to actually do is get to go over these elevator pitches with you, what we call elevator pitches, which is really, a 30 to 60-second persuasive, it's a short persuasive sales call, persuasive sales message that explains what you're offering and how it solves the customer's problem and why it matters. So all that happens in about 30 to 60 seconds, roughly the length of an elevator ride. That's where the terminology came from of an elevator pitch. So the goal is to spark the interest and to open up the door for a longer conversation with these clients. So most of the times when you're talking with clients, you want to make sure that you understand the flow of the conversation as well. Okay. So customers are asking you when you're on the phone, when you're in front of them, they want to know exactly what it is that you do. And it seemed like a really basic question. And, you may have an answer for it, but you want to make sure that you're giving them the right answers. I've gone over these pitches with the attorneys already today. And they said, Mo, you're 100% on target. And this is exactly what they need to be learning. Okay. So these elevator pitches is going to help you to control the conversation. Okay. So, when you have a, when you have a client and you want to talk about the wellness program, they're asking you basically, what are you? I mean, what exactly do you want and who are you? Okay. And so these things is what I'm going to give you, and you're going to have handouts for this as well. Let me make sure I have the, okay, so I'm gonna make sure you have handouts for this as well, okay? So, this is the words and the verbiage that you want to start getting and having in your mental Rolodex. I'm a compliance agent with G2 Global Network, and we help businesses unlock hidden tax savings through a powerful workplace wellness tax strategy. Our program not only enhances employee health and morale, it reduces your payroll tax liability by 8 to 15% through IRS-backed codes like 125, 105, and 213. It's completely compliant, low risk, and can increase your bottom line without changing your current health benefits. So can I show you in 10 minutes how much you're potentially leaving on the table? So these elevator pitches is designed to get you to the next place, which is you then asking your open-ended questions, which I'm going to give you those as well. So this is what's going to transition the conversation from you telling them exactly what you want and who you are to getting these customers to talking about their company. Okay. So this is to give you ammunition when you're speaking with your client. Okay. So there's different angles that you can use for the elevator pitch. The compliance advantage, pitch. This is when you're coming from a compliance agent standpoint. I'm a compliance agent with G2 Global Network. We specialize in aligning businesses with IRS qualified benefit programs that improve employee health plans while putting real tax savings back into the company's bottom line. Our team ensures full compliance while unlocking hidden value in your workforce strategy. It's another angle, okay? Then you're able to ask questions. Let me ask you, what's one of the biggest challenges that you're experiencing in your business? So we're going to get to that in a minute. Those are what's called transitional statements. So we're going to work on our transitional statements from the elevator pitch to transitioning into open-ended questions and getting them to talk about the program. The CEO, when you're dealing with a CEO, this is called the CEO value pitch. We help business leaders, okay, just like you, stay compliant with federal regulations while reducing FICA tax liabilities and increasing employee retention, all without changing your current healthcare provider. G2 Global delivers what we call smart compliance with a financial edge. See, I'm giving you how to respond to what it is that you do. Here's one called the cost recovery pitch. I work with G2 Global Network to help companies legally recover funds that they're overpaying in taxes. Using IRS-backed programs, we ensure full compliance while increasing employee benefits and protecting your cash flow. If you're not using these programs, you're likely leaving money on the table. Then we're going to go into a transitional statement or transitional question. Okay, not a statement, transitional question. Okay. The silent partner pitch. Think of G2 this way. Think of G2 Global as your silent partner in compliance and cost savings. This is when you explain it to a customer, right? We align your business with IRS codes from section 125, 105, and 213 to reduce tax burdens while enhancing employee medical benefits 100% legally and 100% in your favor. Then we move to transitional statements or transitional, I keep saying statement. Transitional questions to get to learn more about the business. Okay. The no risk pitch. Well, tell me about what it is that you guys do. Well, we help employees unlock hidden tax incentives through compliant benefit plans with zero risk and no upfront costs. Our compliance first model protects you from audits while enhancing employee coverages and lowering payroll taxes. Then we go into transitional questions. Okay. All right. Transitional questions such as, are you currently offering any health or volunteer benefits? If so, how do you feel about the cost of both the company and the employees? Okay. These are different questions to get them talking. Tell me a little bit more about your team. How many employees do you have? And do you notice any challenges with keeping them long term? I'm going to give a list of these as well. Are you currently offering any health or voluntary benefits that's actually reducing your tax burden? Okay. So the benefits and bottom line pitch. I specialize in helping employers boost both their employee satisfaction and company profits by implementing compliant tax saving strategies. At G2 Global Network, our solutions are fully IRS compliant and designed to save businesses on average of $500 to $1,500 per employee. And listen, that varies from different states and it varies from their their different plans. Why? Because some states you can do things like give these customers a 30 to 40% deduction on their workers' comp. So it'll be a lot higher for them in savings. So we're not going to get into that right now, but the range is between $500 to $1,500 per employee. The simplified compliance pitch, right? Hey, most business owners I meet want to stay compliant, but don't realize they're missing out on IRS approved savings. So at G2 Global Network, we simplify compliance and unlock those hidden financial benefits without disrupting your current system. Okay, these are elevator pitches. This is giving you the ammunition and the conversation piece when asked, who are you? What is it that you do? How can you help us? These are your different responses. Well, we translate compliant IRS codes like 125 and 213 into real money saved for your company. Okay, this is called the tax code translator pitch. As a compliance agent with G2 Global Network, I make sure businesses stay compliant while benefiting from the financial rewards built into the tax code. You can use that. You're wondering, what can I say? I'm going to give you guys this actually. Okay, the audit proof pitch. At G2 Global Network, what we do is we protect employers from non-compliance penalties by implementing audit-ready IRS-aligned benefit strategies that also lower your company's payroll tax obligation. It's protection and profit in one move. There's another angle for you. There's another angle for you. It's called the future-proof pitch. G2 Global Network gives businesses a future-proof compliance system that not only meets IRS regulations, but maximizes returns on every W-2 employee. We're changing the game in how companies approach benefits, tax savings, and compliance. Let's see how it could work for you. It's called the future-proof pitch. I'm going to give you all this, okay? So these are just different compliance or different, those are just different elevator pitches that you can use when speaking with the clients, okay? Or speaking with these businesses. So then you have what's called pre-qualification questions that you can ask as a transitional statement. So once you have those elevator pitches down and you kind of memorize one of them that fits you, okay, or one or two, you can kind of put that in your ammunition. Here's some of the transitional statements. I've got some more transitional questions that you can ask right after that. So after you make that statement, you want to go straight into a transitional question. Let me ask you, tell me a little bit more about your team and your company. How many employees do you have? And have you noticed any challenges with keeping them, long term? What are some of the biggest struggles you're facing when it comes to employee retention? Okay. Get them to talk. Are you currently offering any health or voluntary benefits? If so, how do you feel about the cost of both the company and for your employees? Get them to talk. Let them know get them to talk about their feelings about what's going on in their company. Have you ever had an employee turn down benefits because they couldn't afford them? Would you be open to exploring ways to reduce your payroll taxes while also providing better benefits to your employees? These are transitional questions to get them to open up. Okay, these are the things. So you're going to go from your elevator pitch to your transitional questions to get them to open up. And then that's when you take it on home. Okay, that's when you take it on home. Okay, because now at this point, you're getting them to talk, you're controlling the conversation and dominating the conversation with open-ended questions. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay, and then here's our solution. So remember, the goal is to listen for the pain points of the client. You're trying to listen for pain points. You're searching for pain points, whether it be retention for these customers, whether it be they're trying to scale back and trim the fat, they're spending too much money, whether it be not being able to be competitive in the market, in the workforce place, with some of the bigger companies and their, benefit packages. It might just be a company that's really looking to, saving money and, giving their company a better look and a better feel. Okay. So, we just have to go in and know exactly what we're saying to get the information. Anthony asked the question, what's our role after we get them to agreeing? Okay. And then that's when we come in and get them quotes and close it out for them. But your job is just to get them talking, get them agreeing, to find out what the pain points are, and getting them to the appointment, getting them to the zone. That's it. Okay. And then one day later down the line, as you're learning and as you're going, you'll get acclimated to being able to enroll yourself and, talk to the clients and close them out. You'll be able to do all of that one day, not now. So right now, just set appointments. Get to the point, you're just setting appointments and getting on our calendar, and then we'll do the rest. Okay. So you'll get a copy of this. I've got more transitional questions. I'm just trying to give you arsenal for conversation and giving you, more verbiage. So as you are talking and you're calling, you're not stumbling around what you want to say. You're not stumbling around, the simple questions such as, what it is that you do, which is it's going to be a question all the time. And that question gives you the ability now, if you answer it properly, gives you the ability to then open up the conversation with your transitional questions or open-ended questions. Okay.
Hey Mo, this is Malik. Great job on that. Anthony and I worked together. I think his desk was behind mine. I walked over to his desk one time. He was killing the number. I just got out of training, and he had these transitional questions, and he also had that elevator pitch taped to the back of his cube. With all of the scenarios and stuff like that. He found a couple. I asked him. He found a couple that he liked. Different scenarios came, but they were right in front of him, right? So what I'm going to do was the same thing Anthony did over there, and I copied them over there, and I started hitting my number. Is print those out, put them right there behind your computer. That way, when you're on the phone or you're out and about, you're taking a copy with you. You can always pull those out, and it's a great tool. Thanks a lot for presenting those.
Yep, no problem. Absolutely, man. It's a great tool to have right in front of you. Absolutely right. Believe me, I'm going to have it in front of me when I'm talking to the client. I'm going to have the ammunition right in front of me when I'm speaking to them. Okay. I'm going to have all the transitional questions. I'll have the scripts, and not that I'm going to be, reading them verbatim, but it gives me, answers right now on how to handle this call. And that's all you want, is to handle the call and get them to the next place. That's all you want. Okay. So that's what we're going to be working on. Just getting you prepared for that. I'll send you guys those questions. I'll send you the transitional bridge statements and, just the flow. This is all we got to give is the flow. Once you have that flow, everything else just comes natural. Just need the flow. You just need the flow. And I know we're dealing with all sales professionals on here, so this is right up your alley. Okay. So that's all I have for today. That's it. If you guys don't have any questions, I just wanted to give you that. This is a short training today. It's probably one of the first trainings I had that I'm under an hour. How about that, Malik?
Killed it.
You under 45 minutes. I'm shocked.
45 minutes.
Now you killed it. A lot of value. Moses giving us some tools. The pitch is everything. Just giving us ammunition to win, putting us in a position to win, to succeed. You also have your teammates. Lean on them. Once I'm going to be pulling some of you to the side. I encourage you to do yourself. To hook up with each other and just go over some questions with them. I'll call Melinda up and I'll start a pitch with her, do some role playing amongst ourselves. We can start doing that right now. So even over the holiday weekend or whatever, just pick it up and let's have fun with it. We got a good leadership team. We have exactly what we need in our toolbox to be successful. And success here, guys, means how big is our bank accounts? Seriously,
That's it.
yeah.
Yep. That's it. That's it. And all of that's going to be just controlled by the number of people that we get in. Hey, the one thing I do want to mention to you all, and I learned this today in our meeting with the compliance team. Okay, that we want to stay away from high turnover industries. High turnover, and not to say you can't do it, you can't put them in, but high turnover industries like restaurants. Those are high turnover industries. You can definitely put them in. You can definitely get them signed up. But what happens with high turnover industries is it's high turnover. They're going to keep on. People are going to be quitting, and so that affects your money. Okay, so you might do like this, but with a high turnover industry. You want people that's not quitting, that's staying. Okay, so just keep that in mind when we're dealing with a certain industry. You don't want to deal with restaurants too much. Not to say not to do it. I'm not telling you not to, but it was just a good point that they brought up that a lot of times people in the restaurants quit all the time. The waiters and waitresses, and okay.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I did have a deal one time. Matter of fact, it was a pizza place, 300 employees, and that was one of the concerns that they had. They wanted to know. They said that we have a high turnover. People quit all the time. Who's going to keep adjusting the system, basically? Who's going to put them in, take them out, put them in, take them out? Okay, and for them at the time, they were saying that they didn't want to have to do that. So, just stay away from the industries.
Yeah, Mo, one thing before we close out, guys, and enjoy your weekend, and the list of the transition questions as well as the elevator pitches. Where can we find those again at?
I'm about to put this right in our Discord on the compliance. So hopefully you all check the Discord all the time on the compliance. All right, so I'm steady putting things in there for training. So it's going to be found in there. Okay.
All right, thanks a lot.
I'm going to actually put the actual slides in there for you.
And Mo, it's still companies that have W-2 employees, of course, and they have to be making $30,000 a year or more. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Okay. Go ahead, Kyle.
So should we mention that up front? I'm sorry, my baby. Should we be mentioning that up front, like or during the course of the conversation?
Mention what up front, Eve, but what part?
In reference to the salary, annual salary.
I mean, you can ask for sure. Like, how many employees you're going to ask? Tell me a little bit about your team. How many employees do you have
that earns 30,000 a year?
Well, you can ask how many employees do you have, and your employees are that's at least 3 of your employees. It has to be at least 3 of them earn a minimum of 30,000 a year for the company to qualify.
And we'll go over that even when we get to that point of about our presentation. So let's kind of table that for a second.
Sure, no worries.
Yeah. Kaya, what was your other question?
Oh, I was just going to let everybody know that Angel says that if you're looking for the test results, not test results, but all the test questions, she put it in resources. so everybody can go to resources in Discord. And if you're missing any tests or, need the questions, they're in resources, she said.
Okay, all right. She's talking about for those in the commercial lending class. So it's not pertaining to this,
Yeah.
but for those as
Yeah.
commercial lenders. That's what she's referring to. Has nothing to do with you guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you're right though, Ty. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. I forgot.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, guys, I'm putting everything in Discord. Stay encouraged. All right, stay informed. Okay, on your own time. Listen to some of the videos. Google some of the stuff that I'm sending you, and we're getting there to the point where you're gonna be on the phones real soon. Okay, you'll be ready to go. I just don't, I just don't want to do anything prematurely. So if it seems like I'm taking too long, it's not that. I just don't want to send you out there and you're not all the way ready yet. I want you to be equipped. This is you see there's a lot of money to be made here. So that there's a lot that you have to learn. It's not easy. It's not something that's really simple. It is simple, but it's something that you have to learn. Okay. So it's not hard. It's simple in the sense of just learning and repetition. So after you guys do your first couple of deals, it'll be second nature for you. All right. Tax strategies, guys. Tax strategies. This is what we're presenting. Tax strategies. Efficient ways for these companies to implement tax strategies that's centered around a wellness program. And the additional benefit that these companies can have with implementing these tax strategies is additional supplemental coverage on top of what they already have at no additional cost to them and not being charged for that. Okay.
Hey, Mo, one thing before you go, we're ready to close out. Where can we find the link to this training?
I'll put this in. I'll put it in Discord as well.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Okay. All right, y'all. I did good today. I'm under. Like I said, I was under 40. What was it? 45 minutes.
Yeah, 41
Yeah, 45, 40 minutes actually. It's 40 minutes. I looked at it on the clock.
That's a first.
I guess I get to spend time with my family tonight.
That's the first. All right. Any other questions for me, team? Anybody got any concerns? Any concerns? Do we have everybody on here today? Are we missing people?
No, everybody who's not on the call checked in with me. That was reference to my question that I'm going to send the link to them. They had pressing business matters, family matter. So
got it. Okay. All right, y'all. Wings up. I will see you all on next week. Have a safe holiday weekend. Don't eat too much barbecue. I can see the barbecue sauce all over your mouth right now.
Thank you.
All right, now.
So no call tomorrow, Mo?
No call tomorrow. No calls tomorrow, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Oh,
I might start eating barbecue tonight.
thank you, guys.
Good night.
all right.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Wings up.
Wings up.
Up.